I'm asking everyone at home to join our group and help us with this recall. We need volunteers. There is more going on here than 3 minutes will allow. You may contact me at 734-641-8428. Our email is westlandwatchdogs@gmail.com, or join our face page at Westland Watchdogs. I will say again, we don't need a $15 million city hall behind the library. That's an unfair burden to all homes and businesses within the Tifa district. Further, Dearborn is moving their city hall to the ADP building on Michigan Avenue. Total cost, $3.2 million. Recently, the mayor stated on his cable show, Mayor in the Hot Seat, it would cost just as much to renovate an existing building than build a new one. I find these statements alarming. Further, I'm directing my next statements at the majority of the city council being recalled. Why are you not questioning $15 million? Who builds a $15 million building nowadays in a residential area? It is unfair to the homes and businesses that could have that money returned to them via the Tifa Act. I have no faith in this council for doing any kind of real research. Further, we pay a lobbyist over $60,000 a year. For what? Have you asked them to help figure out this diversion from our 2020 plan? I'm again asking people at home to please contact us. We only need a few more volunteers. 734-641-8428, and we can stop recycling our political leaders.
One on my left. Sure, Mayor, if you'd like to respond to that. Go ahead.
Okay, Council, I'd like to respond to a couple of those issues that was brought up. And the reason I do so is because the gentleman that represents this group, I was reading on their website that their group demands honesty, integrity, and accountability from civic leaders in the community through improved communications, open forum, and community participation. So with that said, with those comments, the Dearborn City Council did just approve purchasing a building for $3.2 million. That was the purchase price. And Council, the next comment is because we know this because we've already been through this process. Once you buy the building, then you have to retrofit it to meet your operations. So I feel very confident that the City of Dearborn is not going to buy this ADP building for $3.2 million and set up shop overnight. They're going to have to renovate it, and there will be additional cost with that said. Now, also, the gentleman said, I can't believe the mayor said it cost as much money to fix a building as it does to build a building. Well, those weren't the mayor's comments. I may have said them on a TV show, but the same gentleman said he challenged the council to do their research. The same gentleman did not come to the meeting when we were presented this information by Cressa, Plant Moran, at more than one meeting. If it goes back far enough, the Tifa hired Cressa to look for buildings within the Tifa district that could be renovated to a city hall, which is basically what the City of Dearborn's doing. That whole process took about a year and a half, and council was updated periodically through that process. The building that they'd identified at the time is no longer on the market. At that point is when Tifa also, they expanded and had Tifa take a look at, they have Cressa take a look at other options. One of them was renovating this current city hall, building a new city hall. And what we found is through that report, and it is a report, it is available. All the members in the Tifa got it. The council was presented it that night, probably about close to a year ago, that demonstrated, Cressa demonstrated, not the city council, not Mayor Wild, not the city planner. Cressa demonstrated the cost and what it would cost to build a new city hall, to renovate the existing city hall, to renovate. That's how we got those numbers. It wasn't that we just arbitrarily grabbed some numbers. And I think all along 15 million was on the high side, depending on what we decided to do with the building, how many additional amenities. And a big portion of that additional cost was going to be to add a emergency command center for the police and fire department. And one of our, through our partnership with the City of Wayne and the fire we moved into the fire administration building in Wayne, it's because they have an existing emergency command center that's already built that won't cost us any money at all. So moving forward, we're going to get a better idea of what those potential costs would be at the upcoming study session. But once again, I mean, it's okay to demand honesty, integrity, and accountability, and demand that people do research, but that should swing both ways. So I just wanted to clear that up because it's came up more than once. And as far as truth and transparency, we're working to, the truth is kind of what I'm doing tonight is clarifying some misstatements. Transparency we work at every single day to get better and better at. And as far as open forums, I believe that that's the process that we're trying to work through on this project. And the next step of that open forum process is going to be the upcoming study session on the 27th. Thank you.
Anyone on my left? Anyone on my right?